Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. In today's video, I wanted to share with you guys a full look at my entire Harry Potter book collection. Now, this collection is by no means a very large collection, but it is very special because it's all the books that I have been able to obtain throughout the years. But before we get into it, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel and you would like to be part of my little online family, then go ahead and subscribe down below. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the books. So my very first Harry Potter book was this copy right here. This is the Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the American version by Scholastic. Now, I purchased this book after watching the movies, so I am part of the group of people who watched the movies first because I read so many people saying things like there was so much detail left out of the movies and that the books were so much better than the movies, and I kind of wanted to see what I was missing. So I went ahead and purchased this book just by itself because I wasn't sure if I was going to be committed enough to reading all 7 books. But after reading this one, I absolutely loved it, and I decided to go ahead and purchase the full set of the American version from Scholastic, and that's this book set that I have right here. Now, this book set you can pretty much get anywhere like Walmart or Target or Amazon. I have seen the price range anywhere from $35 to $50 for the entire set. Not too long ago, Amazon had it for $35 for the longest time. I think now it has increased a little bit. But regardless, whether it's 35 or 50, it's still a really good price for this book set. Now, as you can see, you'll get all 7 of the books in paperback covers, and each one of the sets has different art on the box itself. Mine has Harry on a dragon with Ron and Hermione, but the outside art can vary on these sets. And then I have the books right here. So this set I think is absolutely wonderful for anyone who is just now getting started in the Harry Potter book, either collecting or just wants a set to take with them around and read. That's what we use this one for because it's inexpensive, and if it damages or anything, it's easy to get another copy. So I think this is a really good book set for anyone who is just starting their Harry Potter book journey. I really, really like it, and this was my first book set. So the second books I added to my collection were the MinaLima edition, and I have here the Sorcerer's Stone and the Chamber of Secrets. Now this edition is currently ongoing. They are set to release the third book, Prisoner of Azkaban, now in October of 2023. So that's why I only have the first 2. But by far, this is one of my favorite editions ever. The art in these is just beautiful. The interior is not only beautiful, but it's also very interactive. Now, these you can find as well on Amazon, in Target, and sometimes you can find them in Walmart. I have purchased my copies in Target because I personally like to go and see the books in person just to make sure that they're in good condition. I am a little bit hesitant on ordering stuff like this on Amazon because you just never know exactly what the treatment of the book is prior to receiving it. And of course, Amazon has one of the most, I guess, lenient return policies. So if you do order through them and receive something that isn't up to par to what you want or is damaged, it's really easy to do a return, but it's just a hassle to have to do. And so I prefer to go to Target. Now, when you do purchase these at Target and in Walmart, they do come like covered, so like plastic wrap, so you can't really see the interior to make sure that it's in good conditions. But just by looking at the outside, you pretty much can tell if it's, if it's damaged or anything. These sets, here is like some of the art, and it, like I said, it's kind of interactive, so like you can move things around and play with it. So these are just absolutely beautiful. I think this is one of the most beautiful book sets that I have so far. It's one of my favorites. Here is the Chamber of Secrets. Now this one, I would say these aren't expensive actually at all. So here you have like the entrance to Dumbledore's office, and like the entrance to the Chamber of Secrets. So it is a very beautiful, beautiful book set. I cannot wait for them to release like all of them and have this edition completed. But I will say this is, for me personally, I think this is a beautiful thing if you want to get this like as a gift for someone who is a Harry Potter fan. Someone who collects Harry Potter books, this is something they would love to have in their collection. But I wouldn't say that I would purchase something like this as your primary Harry Potter reading book. I mean, of course, you can use it for reading, right? But I wouldn't do that just because I'm very delicate with it and I would be scared of like damaging the pages or the artwork or the interactive features that are in here. I prefer to keep these just on my shelves as more of a collection piece rather than having them to read them. But again, I think one of the things that surprises me about this edition is that even though they're so interactive and for me they're just absolutely beautiful, they're not very pricey at all. I think currently you can get these two books on Amazon for like around $20 each, and Prisoner of Azkaban, which is on pre-order, is about $31. So that is not bad at all for a book that is this beautiful and that is hardcover. So for me, it's like a great price. Now, also you can get these directly through the MinaLima website, and you can either purchase them like an unsigned copy, or you can purchase a signed copy from them, which is awesome. I haven't personally ordered yet The Prisoner of Azkaban because I'm still iffy on if I want to order it through Amazon or do I want to wait and go pick it up in person at Target. Or I've even considered probably getting the signed version through MinaLima. And sometimes I even think maybe I'll just leave it and I'll just get it personally when I go to London next year. But I don't know yet. I know for sure I will be getting it though so that I can add it to my collection. But this one is, I think it's one of the most beautiful editions so far. So the third edition that I have added to my collection is the American Illustrated by Jim Kay edition. Now these books are huge and they are so heavy. Let me go ahead and show you guys the covers while I tell you about them. So this one is my husband's favorite edition. The illustrations are so beautiful in these. Let me see if I can get a page that has illustrations. Now this one to me is a very durable set. So these are, not that they're not delicate because the book covers are kind of delicate, but these are very, very sturdy and very, very beautiful. These as well you can get on Amazon for about, I would say anywhere from $20 to $30 per book. You can also find these in Target. I have not seen them in Walmart. But these are another edition that I think is absolutely beautiful for anyone who is a Harry Potter collector. This is also a really nice book set for if you have like a Harry Potter themed nursery and you want to have these books to read to your kids. I think this is a really nice edition for that because the artwork is so pretty. It's so colorful. It's so nice. So I can see how this would be a perfect edition. Let me find a page that has like a nice like illustration for you guys. All I'm getting is like spiders and stuff. Like you see like this one here. Like it has so many nice and colorful illustrations that I think it would be a really nice set to have for anyone who is like reading to a younger child because it's something that will really captivate their attention. Now, this one, it hasn't been released completely. It's only up to book number 5 so far. So we're still waiting on book number 6 and number 7. I haven't heard anything about 6 being released just yet, but I also haven't been looking for that information, so I don't really know. As far as I am aware, I think they usually release like one per year around this time, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and find out and see if talks of number 6 being released is anywhere around social media. But this is number 5. I have an entire video about the unboxing of this book. Now, this one was illustrated by Jim Kay and Neil Parker because when this book was released, Jim Kay announced that he will no longer be working on these books for, I think, mental health reasons. He's decided to take a step back. And although that's extremely unfortunate because his drawing style in these books is so beautiful, it is important for him to take that time if he feels he needs that. And I do think that is why on this last book, it was a collaboration between Jim Kay and Neil Parker. I feel like they already knew that this would be his last one. Here's some of the illustrations. I feel like they already knew that this was gonna be his last one, and he was probably like prepping Neil Parker to take on kind of his art style so that Neil Parker can then work on 6 and 7, which is kind of weird because it kind of puts the illustrator in a difficult situation because each illustrator has like their own illustration style. And I feel like in this case, you kind of have to illustrate it in a way where it's unique to your personal illustration style, but at the same time, it's cohesive with the other illustrations that have been released in the set so far. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with number 6 and number 7. But this edition is beautiful. I love it so, so much. I think it is a great investment to have if you want a nicer book set, like a little bit like a step up from the paperback American version, although my American version also comes in hardcover, but they are smaller and they're not illustrated. So if you want something like a little bit more elevated and a little bit nicer and you want all those beautiful illustrations, I would say this is a great buy. So the fourth set that I added to my collection was the 20th anniversary house edition. Now I have mine in the Ravenclaw because that's what everyone in my house is, but they also have this one for each one of the Hogwarts houses. Now when you buy the hardcover set, it comes in this beautiful box which has a magnetic closure. I'm not sure if the paperback set comes in the same box, but they do come in both hardcover and paperback. I personally have the hardcover because I prefer to collect hardcover books than paperback books. I just find them to be more durable. And then here are the books. I do have a full video on these books, so I'm not going to get too in detail with them. But as you can see, they come in your Hogwarts colors. Each of the sets has like your Hogwarts color and then black books. Now, this is one of those sets which I would say I wouldn't probably get this as your main reading set or anything like that. This is more like of a collector's piece. This is something that anyone who collects Harry Potter books would love to have in their collection. It's absolutely beautiful. So you have like this beautiful cover, like book sleeve. The books themselves don't have anything printed on the hardcover. They just have like the plain cover itself, but the book sleeve is beautiful. So this one you can get, I got mine on Amazon. I think you can get it at some other like major book retailers. But personally, I got mine on Amazon. I have seen the other sets on Amazon, all with the exception of the Gryffindor. I feel like that one was the one that sold the most. So it's a little bit harder to get your hands on that one. But I have for sure seen like the Slytherin, the Hufflepuff, and the Ravenclaw set. This one, I think I paid around 160 for it, which isn't too bad for it being like a 20th anniversary type of edition, and they are hardcover, so that's kind of around the price where you'd expect it to be. Although I have seen it sometimes go a little bit less in price. So you kind of, if you're interested, I would say keep your eye out for it. But don't take too long to buy it either, because this is one of those things that once it's gone, it's gone. And in order for you then to get an edition like this, you'll probably have to go to like Google or eBay, and for sure it's going to be more expensive that way. Now, in my video that I have for this one, you'll see that when I ordered it on Amazon the first time, one of the books had a damage on it. But again, like I said before, Amazon is super great with their returns. I was able to return it and order a new set, and the new set was in perfectly fine condition. So I just absolutely love this one. It's such a beautiful like house pride type of set to have in your collection. So this next edition is by far one of the most beautiful editions I have in my collection, and it is the 20th anniversary Thai edition with the art by a Polar. Now, this set is so heavy. I have an entire video of this set. I talk about how I got it and my experience with the purchase and the shipping, and I show everything in detail because this box opens up to like this whole Quidditch pitch situation, and each one of the arts in these books is just amazing. Now, these aren't illustrated, but the covers are absolutely stunning. So let me show you one of them. So this is book number 1. And the difference between these books versus some of the other ones that I showed you, like the Ravenclaw and the American Illustrated edition, is that this one has the art printed directly on the cover. So this isn't a sleeve. This isn't going to damage as easily. And this is just stunning. Like, the art in these books is amazing. I love it so, so much. Even the back cover is like so intricate and stunning. I just love it. I thought I would never ever have this in my collection because, like I said, this is the 20th anniversary edition, and this came out, I would say, maybe like 2 years ago. So by now I was like, I'm never going to find that. And I searched for it for so long, and I was never able to find how to get it. And then one day, like, I couldn't believe it. It just came to me and I was like, yes, I need to buy it. I need to have it. And this is pretty much at this point probably my most favorite book set in my collection so far. Now, this one, it's a little more expensive than the other ones because I had to have this one shipped directly from Thailand. So the shipping was quite expensive, but the experience was amazing. Like I said in the other video, I go more into detail. But this is the book set that, oh my God, like if you know anyone who is a Harry Potter fan and who likes to collect translations, because these books are in Thai. Like, I'll never be able to read these books. I have no idea what they say at all. But if you know anyone who likes to collect Harry Potter books and translations, and you want to buy them something that is amazing, get your hands on these and gift them this, and you'll be their favorite person for the rest of their lives. This is just amazing. I love it so, so much. I'm so happy that I got this in my collection. I will probably never ever sell this ever. And it's just fantastic. It's just amazing. Again, if you want to see the details, go ahead and look at my other video and you'll have like the full rundown of this book set itself. But here it is. Now, the most recent addition to my Harry Potter collection is this Portuguese translation with the art of the Thai edition. Now, this one I got on eBay, and I think I paid around $160 for it. $80 for the book set itself, and $80 of shipping for getting it from Brazil to here in the United States. Now, this one, it was funny because by the time I purchased this book set, I had pretty much lost all hope of ever getting my hands on the Thai edition, and I always wanted a book set with that cover art. So when I came across this set on eBay, I figured, you know something? If I can't get my hands on the actual Thai edition, then the next best thing is to have the art in this book set and in Portuguese, which is a language translation that I have always wanted to have. So this one is pretty much the paperback version of that other set. And as you can see, the box is a lot more simpler to where it doesn't like open up the way the other box does, but it's still very beautiful. You have a lot of the art from the books covers around the box itself. And let me try and get these books out of here. Now, these books are very nice. They have this very nice soft kind of feel to them, and it's just a very beautiful book set to have. Now, this one I am very, very delicate with because, like I said earlier, I prefer to collect hardcover editions just because I feel they hold up a little bit better. With paperbacks, I feel like you have to be a lot more delicate, which is why I'm like very, very careful to handle these. Now these I will not be using to read. I don't even want to open these too far back because I don't want to ruin the spines on them. They are not illustrated at all. It's just pure wording. They just have like the little illustrations on the chapters, but this is what they look like. Here is book number 1, and I'll go ahead and show you guys these book covers real quick. But again, it's the same covers as the Thai edition. Here is book number 2. Now these took a very long time to get to me. I would say probably a little bit over a month. So at that point I was like, oh, a little bit scared that I had gotten scammed, but they finally arrived and they were packaged really, really good. So all was well at the end. And here is book number 4. Like, honestly, I'm gonna say this artwork is just one of the most beautiful artworks I've seen ever. The amount of detail that this artist put into making these covers really shows how passionate he was about the project. Like, I feel everyone has like their art style, and I'm not trying to say that people who have like more simplistic illustration styles are lazy, but you can really tell that he put his heart and soul into making each one of these covers, and it's just absolutely beautiful. So at the end of the day, even though I purchased this one thinking that I wasn't going to be able to get the Thai edition, it kind of worked out for me because, like I said, I always wanted a Portuguese edition, and now I have these in paperback. And although it's the same art, the feeling of the book itself is just different, right? Those are a lot more heavy and they're hardcover, and it's just a different feel altogether. This one, the feel of the book is just so soft and it's just so nice, and I just love it so much. So I'll cherish this one in my collection for a very, very long time as well. So finally, last but not least, in my collection, I have a couple other books that aren't necessarily Harry Potter books, but they are Harry Potter related. And here we have the Hogwarts Library. I got this one at Target, and it comes with 3 different books. Here you have the Quidditch Through the Ages book, and you have Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. And you have a copy of The Tales of Beedle the Bard, which has the tale of the 3 brothers. I absolutely love this one. I pretty much got the set for this book right here. And I also have this book, which I got in 5 and below, and it's Harry Potter. It's an unofficial book. It's Harry Potter spell book, and it's really fun because it has all the different spells that you can cast, and it's really, really nice for it to be an unofficial item. It is really nice, and it has like all the spells, and it gives you details on how to cast it and what it means and what it does. And then I also have my Tom Felton book about Beyond the Wand. I haven't finished reading this one. I'm gonna be honest, I probably read like 1 chapter and I haven't gotten back to it just yet. But I went ahead and got this one at Target as well because I wanted to support Tom Felton, and I wanted to see his perspective of having been in the movies and the filming. And then finally, I have this copy here of Harry Potter, The Magic of MinaLima. MinaLima is the design house behind the Harry Potter movies. And this book just has a ton of information about how everything was created and everything, the whole thought process that went behind making all the things that we see in the movies. So this is an awesome book to have. It's so entertaining to look at and to read and to just see how this design house came up with all these awesome ideas. So that is all the books that I have in my Harry Potter book collection. Let me know down below which one was your favorite. Let me know down below which ones do you have that you think I should check out. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one.
Oh, I wanna stay right here, chilling with my friends for another